Eating something already.
James Harden, you a
Hold on.
James Harden, you a bitch. Anything you gotta say, Snowman?
Hold on. There we go. Now that we're live on every platform I can think of, I'd like to begin with the following statement. James Harden, you a bitch.
Let's go. You
Bitch, why'd you press the button? That's my job. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up? Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah! Now that my wife and daughter are out of the house, I can completely raise hell. Good morning. Welcome to the Taco Twisted Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. This first hour is brought to you in part by where'd you go? There we go. It's brought to you by SeatGeek. SeatGeek used to go to Snowman to get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan. Speaking of Twisted Tuesday, what were you just twisting there? Oh, I thought it was a real Rubik's Cube. Okay.
What? It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
Oh, now it is.
Like,
did you ever solve it?
Yes, I've solved it millions of times.
I never owned a Rubik's Cube. I've owned a Simon. I've owned that electronic Simon game. All right, let's get down to business. You see the hockey god on your screen. You hear him on our radio networks. The first segment is his. All right, what you got for me?
The most ridiculous thing you will see in a while.
Oh,
this
geez.
trade happened
no.
a few days ago. The Colorado Avalanche trade Mikko Rantanen to the Carolina Hurricanes in exchange for Martin Necas, Jack Drury, a 2025 second-round pick, and a 2026 fourth-round pick. And Taylor Hall is traded from the Chicago Blackhawks to the Carolina Hurricanes in exchange for a third-round pick. Now I have one question to Colorado. Do you hate winning games? Do you just not like winning games? Is that what I'm getting at here?
I've got a better question.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh boy. Ryan McCoffey is with us, a Pizzle, the cynical one. Brian Will is with us as well. If y'all like the programming, do us a favor and please support the Snow Strong Foundation with a cash app to $Tallman Dr. K50. We got hockey to open the show, and the hockey god is here. What's on your mind with that trade?
It's a bunch of kerfuffle of who gives a damn.
A kerfuffle. Who won that trade? Did Carolina win that trade?
We won't know until the next couple of years, like especially if Carolina decides to re-sign Mikko Rantanen and re-sign Taylor Hall, which is going to cost a good bit of moolah because Taylor Hall is a greedy guy. Because I think I can memorize every team Taylor Hall has been on to this point. He started out in Edmonton with Nugent Hopkins and McDavid. That was the greatest first line Edmonton had since Gretzky and Curry and Messier.
Oh man. Memories.
Since that line, that was one of the greatest first lines they had. And then you got he went to New Jersey after that. I even have a Devils jersey back there in that dresser of Taylor Hall. And then he went to Arizona, played a bit there. And then after that, he went to Chicago. He's a team hopping snake, and now he's in Carolina. That's 5 teams. It's not the most teams anybody's been on, but it's definitely a lot of teams hopping. It reminds me of Shaq in his last few years when he started really team hopping, going as far as going to the Celtics.
And now wearing his usual 34 because Paul Pierce was wearing 34.
And also somebody took 32 as well. So he chose 36, and Charles Barkley with one of the greatest roasts of all time because that's how many points he had in a month.
I
Carolina,
see no lie in that.
Let's see, from McCoffey, there it is. Carolina fleeced Colorado and Chicago, but Carolina didn't address their primary concern. Goaltending. For those who are curious, I will grab you the starting goaltenders for the Carolina Hurricanes in the last few games. Pyotr Kochetkov.
Who?
My case closed. The case is closed right there. Pyotr Kochetkov.
What?
And now just coming back from injury, the legendary Freddie Anderson.
What?
You know Frederick Anderson. He was literally the one that brought him to the conference final that year against the Panthers. And they got swept.
Oh, jeez. What?
It's
crazy.
Sad. It's sad. It's just sad. And then they got a lot of injuries within the front end with William Carrier out, Tyson Yost, Jesper Foss is also out with an injury. I think Foss might be out permanently, like for the rest of the season, with an because he's got a neck injury, and that can be
that case may cost him the season.
But it doesn't mean that Carolina is out of the playoff race. In fact, they are second in the Metro. Good morning to you, A Pizzle, and to the cynical one, including to Brian Will, saying howdy, Snowman in the panel. Good morning to you as well.
To you. The hockey god is here to kick off the show today. For those of you waiting for the podcast version of the show, I will get it caught up today, and it begins with yesterday's episode. I am rebuilding the archives as we speak. Keep going.
So yesterday we recapped the save of the week, which was, I believe his name is Jake Ottinger's robbery on the Vegas Golden Knights, and
Is it still here?
I just want to play it again. Like this is just
Play it
amazing.
again.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Save of the Week, presented by Wanna Parlay, the world's richest parlay.
Vegas called a timeout, so that did give them time to rest. They had multiple players out there over a minute to tie. Barbershop, no! Dorofeev! What a save! Oh my God! They were counting that in.
Look at this. Great job off the faceoff. Great win, great possession, everything about it. And then you think for sure this is a goal, especially on Dorofeev's stick. He is one of the players that...
That is an amazing save. I think I can compare that. Finally, I have a save to compare Bobrovsky's behind the back save to. Because you got to realize you got Ottinger being interfered with in the paint, and he has to reach out with his hand, basically hyperextending himself and somehow not getting injured in the process.
Yeah.
That is a difficult task to pull off.
It is. Brian Will is with us. I'm here to learn hockey. Cannot stand it. We'll fix that for you. Please feel free to be educational, as you are all big time enthusiasts. Well, the first team I ever loved was the Edmonton Oilers, and that was 1985 with Wayne Gretzky, Yari Curry, Mark Messier.
Was on the team?
Say again.
Was that Messier on the team?
Yeah, Messier was there. And my first ever favorite goalie, Grant Fuhr.
Brian McCarthy has the greatest point right there. Brian, best education, go to a live game. And if you live in a place like I do, this weekend, I'm going to do a little bit of selfish hometown promotion. But this weekend on Friday and Saturday, Friday, January 31st, and Saturday, February 1st, hockey returns to Topeka, and the FPHL are playing another series of 2 games. I don't remember the teams, but they're going to be wearing throwback jerseys.
Nice.
But sadly, I looked at those jerseys. It's just new logos slapped on new jerseys so they can sell more money. I don't care. I don't care. Hockey's back in Topeka, and I'm so happy. It's basically seeing if bringing the FBHL to Topeka would be a good move. That's basically that's what these neutral site games are all about, are finding out if they can bring hockey to this area. And I hope they choose to, because because $10 a game, that's amazing.
You know what else is going to be amazing? When the PWHL hits Chicago.
Yeah, you got a team,
man.
What would be
when all that gets when all that gets situated next year, I already told Jody we're going to a couple of games.
Listen, I have some pretty bad news. So the chances are Indiana is probably going to get a PWHL team before Chicago. Let's be real. Because they have to go for the smaller markets. Danville Dashers, Baton Rouge, Zydeco, and Port Huron Prowlers are playing in Topeka. So the Baton Rouge Zydeco, I have a few things to say about them. They for the first games of the series, they said it's fine, we'll wear these jerseys. But for this next series, they have refused to wear the new jerseys.
Why do you think that is?
Brand integrity is one of those things. It's you gotta remember, hockey is still a business.
True.
And it's gonna be that way. So, I don't blame them, but I'm also not gonna be, all up on them because of it. But I am saddened to say something.
Okay, what?
So, y'all know how we lost Johnny Gaudreau before the season started. We have lost another hockey player in the world. Johnny Bonta. He was a Danbury Hat Tricks player. He has passed away. He participated from he was born in 1995, and lived up his life
Mhm.
until 2025. He was only 20 years of age at
Oh
the time of
man.
his death.
Oh gosh.
So we celebrate the number 81 in
Mhm.
honor of Bonta. May you rest in peace.
Power in paradise as well. May you rest in. Let's have a moment of silence for him, please. Thank you.
On a more positive note, I got the finals from last night, and oh Lord,
Oh Lord.
headache. A headache is just the way to describe last night. The Sharks finally got their 5th win since trading Mackenzie Blackwood to the Colorado Avalanche, beating the Pittsburgh Penguins 2-1.
Well, what do you know?
You heard that right. Yes, the Pittsburgh Penguins were the ones that gave up a Sharks 5th win of since trading Blackwood.
Mm-hmm.
Game-winning goal went to guess who? The kid, Macklin Celebrini. And that happened all the way in the second period. The Flyers upset the third best team in the Metro, the New Jersey Devils. 4-2 was the
Oh
final score
wow.
there. The game-winning goal coming from Garnet Hathaway from a tip-in goal. They were up 3-0. The game ended 4-2. The Detroit Red Wings dominated home ice advantage. The game-winning goal coming from Soderblom in the second period with 3:07 remaining on a slap shot goal, assisted by Fisher and Johansson, scored on Darcy Kemper. The Sucks don't suck anymore, as they are just on the verge of a playoff spot. The Sucks don't suck anymore, as they are on the verge of a playoff spot.
The Canucks, for those of you scoring at home.
They don't suck anymore because they are on the verge of a playoff spot after beating the St. Louis Blues 5-2 last night.
Okay, Brian, you're in San Antonio. You're by the Riverwalk. Is there?
Yes, there is actually. Hold on.
There is?
There's got to be. Well,
No local team that I know of in San Antonio. While Droid looks that up, Ryan McCarthy being with us, not a great game for the Devils. They were missing Jacob Markstrom and Nico Hischier. Did I say that right?
Hischier.
Thank you.
So sadly, no. You want to know why? So the San Antonio Iguanas was one of the first teams around that region of San Antonio. They folded after the 2002 season. They ceased operations following the introduction of the San Antonio Rampage, who operated between 2002 to 2020. Their last affiliation was with the St. Louis Blues in 2020 before becoming the Henderson Silver Knights in Henderson, Nevada.
Okay.
And in the Iguanas, time in the CHL, they lost to my Wichita Thunder in the finals in their first season. They lost to the Oklahoma City Blazers in finals, so they pulled Jim Kelly, losing in back-to-back championships.
Brian
Nope.
says Houston
Arrows don't exist.
Is the closest with the Houston Arrows. Ryan McCarthy again. The UTSA Roadrunners have a college club hockey team. I would like to see that.
But here's the problem.
I'd like to see that, and I'd like to call that.
Here's the problem.
Just to see how it would be.
Ryan, here's the problem. That team doesn't exist anymore. The Houston Arrows ceased in 2013, becoming the Iowa Wild.
That would explain that.
So go watch some club hockey, man. The ACHA isn't bad. Like even Jayhawks club hockey is pretty entertaining.
Have you seen it in person?
Yes, I've been to plenty of Jayhawks ice hockey games. Come on.
So how I'm not saying this to be sarcastic. I'm saying this because I'm asking a true question. How entertaining is it to watch club hockey as opposed to the big time hockey that I'm used to with the Blackhawks and the Stars and all of them. How entertaining what are the differences?
You got about, I would say you got 7 levels of hockey, all the way down to, of course, your Pee-wee levels.
Right.
But you got the NAHL is one of those levels where you got these players that are looking to get college offers, which is actually the NA. Let me put my glasses on. The NAHL is where Jakub Dobesh, the current one of the current goaltenders for the Montreal
Montreal
Canadiens,
Canadiens.
he played in the NAHL for the Topeka Pilots before being drafted directly out of Topeka.
Topeka Pilot. Isn't that your team?
That used to be my team before they ceased operations. And sold
Okay.
to the, I think they call the Amarillo Wranglers is what they are called now. And the funny thing is that the head coach of the Houston Aeros was Mike Yeo. One of the worst coaches I have ever seen.
How come?
Don't ask stupid questions. He was the reason the Blues didn't win a championship for almost a decade.
Say no more.
And he has a son, Kyler Yeo. And guess who he played for?
Who did he play for?
The Topeka Pilots before going to Augsburg.
Pilots.
Before going to Augsburg on a D3 offer. But you got 7 levels. You got the NAHL. You got Division 3, Division 2. You got the NAHL, ACHA, Division 3, Division 2, Division 1. So actually there's 8. So you got Division 1, and then you got ECHL, AHL, NHL. So you got 8 levels of hockey. And there's more if you count Pee-wee and all that.
I've seen.
Even the NAHL, one of the lower ends, was really entertaining, especially since Landon Arena here in Topeka is a pretty massive arena for a small market team. And I
What's the
think
capacity at Landon Arena?
It was like somewhere around 10, 15,000.
10, 15. Okay.
Just from observation, I would say it's about 10, 15,000 if the upper bowl is open.
Right.
The upper bowl isn't open anymore because of the fact that we weren't able to sell it out. But now, because of the monster truck, the whatever that thing's called, they started opening it up because they don't want fans getting injured, which makes sense. But you go to these ECHL arenas, they are massive. I went to End Market Arena in Savannah, Georgia, to watch the Savannah Ghost Pirates take on the Grimsville Swamp Rabbits. And, that's where I got the hat you see me wear on the show a couple of times.
Right.
And that game was packed. I mean, you could argue it was sold out. And keep in mind, this is on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
A Wednesday hockey game sold out when there's a bunch of kids probably just getting off of school, because this was a 3 p.m. start. So these high schoolers are just now getting off of school, and they're like, you know what? Let's go to a hockey game after.
Yep.
And the End Market Arena, guess where it is? It's just outside of Savannah, just off of I-44. I think it's called I-44, I believe, because that's the one that goes through Greensboro, or no, not Greensboro. I don't remember what it's called. But then these ACHA arenas, they're really small because these colleges aren't using their resources. Like, I guarantee you, if there was a hockey game at the Fog, oh Lord, would that sell out?
Well, what's the capacity at the Fog? 15 grand? Because for years, I think it was 15,000.
Give or take, let's go to the Fog seating capacity. And that gives you 16,300. That is the Allen Fieldhouse. It used to be about 15. I think.
But they added.
Which dropped it by 1,000 seats. So it's about 15,300.
The record was 17,228, and that was the opener versus Kansas State way back in 1955. Because when they opened Fog Allen, the cap was 17,000, and that up until 64, and then from 64 to 83 was 15,200. 86 to 94 it was 15,800. 1994 to last year it was 2024. They had 16,300, and now to today to present 15,300. So they made a few changes.
I think the
Ryan
Jayhawks
McCarthy
hockey
again.
I think the
Ryan
Jayhawks
McCarthy
hockey
again. Liberty University has one of the best ACHA clubs in the U.S. They regularly sell out games in their home arena. I bet they make the jump to Division I competitive hockey in the next 5 years. Yeah, I can see that. And I'm getting a hockey education from the hockey god. You know, I love hockey,
since
but
the
there's so much.
ACHA's inauguration.
Say again.
The ACHA actually has its own division system.
Nice.
So sadly, my Jayhawks, they're down in Division 3.
Really?
With teams like Fresno State, Ferris State, Arizona State, Air Force, Central Michigan, Colorado College, Creighton University, Dartmouth, Drake, Duquesne, Michigan State.
That's Duquesne.
Even has an Duquesne. Even Michigan State has an ACHA team, even though they should have a a Division I team, considering the fact they're Michigan.
Why are this? I want to ask the panel in the chat this question for those of you that are like deeper into hockey than I. How come there are not many D1 hockey teams?
Funding. Funding is the simplest thing, because you have all these teams up north that are willing to fund these. Like, you got Boston College, you got Bowling Green, you got Colgate, Niagara, Michigan State. You got because Michigan State has multiple divisions of hockey. You got Michigan, you got Minnesota Duluth, you got Omaha, you got New Hampshire, North Dakota. Notice how all these teams are up north and none of them are down south.
Right.
The schools down south are not willing to pay the money to host a Division I team.
Gotcha.
It's all that's how you get to Division I. That's how you get to D1 is money. It's pretty simple. And then you go to Division III, which is loaded. And you got like Wisconsin Superior, Stout, River Falls, Eau Claire, Southern Maine, Williams College, Sunnybrockport, Middlebury, Milwaukee, New England College, Nichols. So you start to get a little bit more down south with that. And honestly, I can see Liberty being in Division I eventually, but not in the time span that McCarthy gives. Next 5 years, not happening. They don't get enough funding to do so.
Well, how do you think they would change that if they have a chance to change that?
The way to change that is to cut funds from different leagues, from your different teams, because Liberty's football team is what I consider overfunded, considering the fact that they have so much success. They don't need that much funding. They've already won plenty of times. They've had the opportunity to go to the playoffs. They've been pretty solid. And I can definitely argue that they could be Division I in hockey if they cut funds from the football program. And their baseball program is pretty solid. I don't know if they still have their basketball program, but they have a lot of
You don't want to cut funds from You don't want to cut funds from teams that are successful. But unfortunately, there are schools that have to do that because of restrictions. And one I can think of is University of Northern Iowa. They cut their baseball team.
UNI, yes.
They cut their baseball team. I mean, hell, when I was with Indiana Northwest, I did baseball for them, and we were excited, but it only lasted one season.
But y'all know who Lindenwood is, right?
Yes.
Do you know where that is located, sir?
It's in Illinois, I think.
Huh? No, it is not. It is not in Illinois, sir.
Well, where is it? My brain's fogging out.
Kansas City. It's in
Kansas
MO.
City. The hell is Lindenwood doing in Kansas City?
Lindenwood is in Missouri, from what I know.
Okay.
It is in St. Charles, Missouri.
St. Charles, Missouri.
Not too far from Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And not too far from St. Louis. But I would say, arguably, Lindenwood is closer to St. Louis.
Okay.
So we'll call it a St. Louis University.
They already got a St. Louis University.
Yeah, but they don't have a hockey program that's able to upset Notre Dame.
Okay. I can dig that.
Oh, no. I thought you were going to be like, wait, what? Notre Dame got upset? This replay of the final 30 seconds is provided by Peacock and the NBC sports team that works with the NCAA Division I hockey. This is the last 30 seconds of that game between Notre Dame and Lindenwood.
The puck, backhanded into the Irish zone. It's wide of the frame. It's a foot race, and it's won by Sean Evans. What hustle to beat the icing call.
Well, that's third effort there from Evans.
One last gasp for the Irish. 15 seconds left. Ali can't get it towards net. It's loose, cleared, but not out. Kumlin with 6 seconds shoots into the corner. Helliwell whacks at it. 2 seconds left. The clock runs out, and Lindenwood has won. The Lions have one of their biggest wins in program history. Can't connect with.
Wow. Quit pushing buttons, man.
Brother, there's a reason that I'm a part of this show, too.
Yeah. We know the comedy relief is there. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I
kid. But the biggest upset was what Ryan McCoffey just mentioned, the UNLV Rebels upsetting the Denver University.
You got a clip for that one?
I'm grabbing it. Give me a moment.
All right.
And this is the courtesy of Bleacher Report. Oh, Lord.
I know that feeling.
For those who don't know, the Denver University are national champions.
Denver Pioneers.
The Denver Pioneers are national champions and looking to go back to back. And this happened.
And again, Matthias Dalmonte for UNLV, and he scores, and UNLV going crazy on the bench. They win the shootout and the exhibition game in overtime. Dramatic comeback for Denver, down 5-1 after 2 periods. They tied it at 6.
This is a beautiful
but it was UNLV in the penalty shots that will go home happy. And again,
good stuff, man.
Club hockey is is college hockey.
And it's fierce.
To keep that simple. And did you hear that? And you heard that correctly, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Denver were down 5-1.
5-1. And they win at 7-6.
Mm-hmm. And I actually got some transfer news also. And this is going to make our friend Mr. Brian Will unhappy. UTSA cornerback Denver Harris has signed with UNLV.
Is you going to play football or hockey there?
Football.
Okay.
This is football.
This is football. And this is the hockey god opening the show today. Take a break. When you all get back, all-star suckage. Or as a friend put it, all-star suckitude. We'll do a deep dive into that. We had planned it yesterday. Didn't get to it because we were all over the place. We'll do it when you all get back.
This is Snowman in the morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
All right, y'all. We got something new on Tuesdays. We had it before. Didn't continue it because schedules got crazy. Please help me welcome Errol Marks. What's up, man?
He's back.
What's up, guys? How are you?
Errol, the floor is yours, my friend. Whatever you want to rant about, talk about. We had planned it this way before, but we couldn't execute it because our schedules got tied up, and then you got tied up, and then I had a couple of health issues. But man, this is your spot. Tuesday mornings at this time. I'm going to turn the camera to you, and I'm just going to say, sick 'em. What do you got for us?
First of all, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm great, man. I'm wonderful. Got some things in order. Trying to get some help to get my car back in order so I can do some Ubering for the family. But me, I'm close to having my legs back because, as y'all know, I was in a wheelchair for about 7 months, and it's taking me a bit to get my legs stretched back out. But wife is helping me, my daughter's helping me. I feel great. And
That's always good to hear.
And sitting in front of this microphone, you did a great show last night, man.
Thank you.
You were awesome. That's why I booked you for every Tuesday. Where do you want to start?
Well, we could start with the New York Jets. Congratulations to Aaron Glenn. I thought he was the most quality coach available out of all of them. I mean, I looked at, obviously, Flores. He was my number 1 target, I would say. Then Aaron Glenn as my number 2. And then Ben Johnson as my number 3. Ben Johnson wanting a lot of money last year. He wanted $15 million, and he decided to stay back with the Lions. Yep. Understood. It kind of told me that he did not want to go to any of those rinky-dinky teams. He waited for one of those jobs that was going to open up where he had a quarterback and he had a team that he can build his offense around. So Chicago, he thought was the proper fit. I think he's going to be false advertisement. I don't know how long it's going to last over there in Chicago. I think the Chicago Bears... Go ahead. I'm going. No, I think the Chicago Bears are an organization that don't know how to hold coaches. They bring in Matt Eberflus, and Eberflus is a good defensive coordinator, but never proved to me that he can run a whole organization. That has been the problem for the New York Jets. They bring these guys in. You bring the Rex Ryans of the world. You bring the Eric Manginis of the world, the Al Groves, all these guys that they bring in. Then you bring in Todd Bowles, and then they bring in Bambi Sala. And I say a deer in the headlights. That's why I gave him the name Bambi Sala. Right. All these guys, they bring in guys from other organizations and nothing proven to me.
Right.
Aaron Glenn to me is a proven commodity. This is a guy that interviewed for the job a couple of years ago before they gave it to Robert Saleh. This is a Jet. He was a Jet for 8 years. This guy was a Pro Bowl player. This guy was one of the best corners in the league for 4 years. He was a first-round draft pick. This was the perfect pick for the New York Jets. You put a Jet in charge, a guy that'll build culture over there. And at his press conference yesterday, he said something very, very interesting to me that drew me as a Jet fan, as a Jet guy. And he said, players that are on this team right now, buckle your seatbelts. We're going for a ride. That tells me it's not all gas, no brake. That's ridiculous. It's always been a hefty ride with the New York Jets. Speed bumps and speed bumps and speed bumps. Now they got a guy that can tell and see what this team is and what this team could be if he's classifying it as a team that's been hitting speed bump after speed bump after speed bump since Bill Parcells. And I say that because everybody says, hey, the New York Jets went to back-to-back AFC title games. Don't kid yourself, guys. You had Mark Sanchez as a quarterback, and you had Sexy Rexy getting tattoos on his body of his quarterback. That's not going to work for a New York Jet fan. You need a real guy. You need a guy that's going to live, sleep the game, and that's what I believe Aaron Glenn. As far as Darren Bogey, I don't know anything about him. I know that he's been a lifer with the Broncos. He was there for 12 years. He was there since 2012. He was there with the John Elway years. He was there with Peyton Manning. He helped really make a decision on Bo Nix. Bo Nix looks like he's a quarterback of the future. I think this kid, he's a kid. He's 39 years old, and I'm 42. So to me, he's a kid. I think this kid could work. We're going to see how these guys work together. We're going to see how they build around some of the young players that they have right now. If it works out, this team could be a contender in 2 or 3 years. If you're a Jet fan right now and you're listening to this show right now and you're going to say to me, well, it can happen next year. Nothing can happen until you know who your quarterback is. And Aaron Glenn said something very, very interesting last night. Very interesting. Yesterday, I'm sorry. He said, it's not about Aaron Rodgers. We are talking Aaron Rodgers. We haven't made a decision, which tells me they already made a decision. So it's not going to be Aaron Rodgers. They're going to be looking for a quarterback in the draft, or they're going to either they're going to go with Jordan Travis, and see what he is, or Tyrod Taylor will be starting. So that's what I'm going to say with the New York Jets. And I will say congratulations to Aaron Glenn. As far as the NFC and AFC title games, let's go with the Philadelphia Eagles. I am an Eagles supporter. Growing up as Donovan McNabb's fan, he was my favorite player growing up. I followed him in Syracuse. When the Eagles drafted him, I fell in love with the Eagles. It wasn't because of the green and white. For all you fans thinking that I'm a green and white guy, I can't stand the color green. So just so you know, that's not why I'm an Eagles supporter. I grew up a Donovan McNabb fan, so I support the Eagles because the Jets always sucked. But I still am a Jets guy. But what I saw on Sunday was pretty simple. It was absolute dominance. And I will tell you one thing. For everybody, including yours truly, taking shots at Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni has held this team together. He's keeping this team together. For all the things that happened last year, and some people saying that he isn't the coach, he shouldn't be the coach, they should go into the offseason with a new coach, they did the right thing. I believe the GM over there and ownership decided to keep Nick Sirianni and keep this team and this coaching staff together. They brought in Kellen Moore. I'm not a big Kellen Moore fan or supporter, but he kind of changed his offense to a more run-savvy offense, having one of the great running backs, the closest thing to Barry Sanders. I don't care what anybody says. He is the closest thing to Barry Sanders. Stocky, big, strong, can run through a wall. And that's what Saquon Barkley is. And what we've seen throughout the playoffs is complete dominance of a great superior running back. This Philadelphia Eagle team is completely different from a couple of years ago when they won the Super Bowl when they beat the Patriots with Nick Foles. I think Jalen Hurts hasn't made any mistakes. He is a lot healthier than people thought he was going into the game. And I love what they did. They had a great game plan. Defensively, they've been just absolutely dominant. Their front seven, Jalen Carter's a beast. Davis is a beast. Braun has been a great addition. Their secondary, obviously, Mitchell and DeJean and Slay has really, obviously in the second half, really, taken over as a slot corner. So they've given themselves so much depth. I think they had the best offseason I have seen a team have in such a long time. And again, congratulations to the Washington Commanders. Congratulations. And congratulations to Jaden Daniels. He's going to be a sensational quarterback. But what the Washington Commanders don't know, and I'm going to say this might not happen again. They had to go into this game ready and willing to do whatever they can to knock off the better team. They didn't show up to this game. They didn't. Dan Quinn got out-coached. He got outcoached. And Dan Quinn has done this before. He's been to title games. He's won a Super Bowl as a defensive coordinator. He's gone to an NFC title game as a head coach and won with Atlanta. But he's choked in the playoffs and the big game. And he choked in this game. So it was just an absolute dominance. Too many drops. Eckler dropped the ball. Too many kick return dropped the ball. There was too many special teams mistakes. And that's why the Eagles just absolutely dominated and scored 50 on a Washington Commander defense. And by the way, what the hell is Louvu doing? I have never seen that in my complete life. How are you on the 4-yard line and get 3 consecutive penalties and then get warned by the referees that if it happens again, they're going to award him a touchdown? I've never seen that before in my complete life watching football. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, going to the KC and Bills game, all right? The game looked like it was fair all the way down the middle until the fourth quarter. That's when everything and all the turbulence happened. And this is what this ref group wanted, and this is what the NFL wanted, and it's absolutely despicable. And could you stop showing Taylor Swift on the cameras? I'm so tired of watching this team. I'm so tired of watching Taylor Swift. All you people, all you women out there that are watching the KC Kansas City team because of Taylor Swift. It's ridiculous. Absolute joke. This team is a good team. Overrated. Patrick Mahomes, he does show up in the big game, but they're an overrated team. This defense is not as good as it was last year. Their secondary is not as good as it was last year without Snead. And I don't want to hear it about, oh, Spags had the game plan. Spag did the right thing at the end of the game. Yeah, Spag made the right calls at the right times. But guess what? The referees gave him a nice little pat in the ass. That first down, and I'll say this, and I don't care what anybody says, Josh Allen got a first down on that 4th and 1. It was a first down. It was absolutely. And by the way, Patrick Mahomes lobbing up that ball when they caught the ball. Oh, wait a second, hit the ground. Oh, wait a second, it was intercepted. If anything, it hit the ground. If it hit the ground, they don't even get a 3-point conversion. They don't score. And probably Buffalo takes the ball down the next round and wins the game. I honestly think that the referees and playing this, it was rigged. I know that and I'll tell you this right now. They were told if the game is close and there are close calls, give it to the Kansas City Chiefs. And I do believe that. I believe that there is some kind of conspiracy to this. I've talked to player after players, ex-players on my show. I've talked to writers. I've talked to everybody and I've been saying this for years when everybody has told me that I was absolutely crazy on my show saying that the NFL is rigged in the game. It is absolutely rigged. If anybody don't believe that, you're an absolute blind idiot. That's what I'm going to tell you. Absolute jackasses. And I'm not cursing, so don't worry about it. They are jackasses. As far as I'm concerned right now, you're going to a Super Bowl where these two teams have met before. And what happened? Oh, we remember. Patrick Mahomes went down in the first half. He had a hurt ankle. He was going to stay in the pocket. He had to have his leg wrapped. Remember that? And then all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, this guy's slamming and damming and slashing and dashing, and he's all over the field running 20 yards, 22 yards. This guy's leg was absolutely not hurt. His ankle was absolutely healthy. I'll tell you this. For any conspiracy out there, this Eagle team is so much better than the Kansas City Chiefs. If the Kansas City Chiefs win this game, and it is even close, it tells me that game is rigged. I don't care what anybody says. This Eagles team is better defensively, better offensively, better in the trenches, better special teams, not better coaching, but that's the only thing they have. So anybody sitting here today and listening to this show right now, no matter how good Andy Reid is, you can't take away talent. And Saquon Barkley, they couldn't stop James Cook. They couldn't stop James Cook. Do you actually think if the Eagles are going to keep feeding the beast and Saquon Barkley the ball, they're going to be able to stop him? Not a chance in hell. I expect Saquon to get 2 or 3 touchdowns in this game, at least 2. At least 2 in this game. And I'm going to tell you that they should run all over the Kansas City Chiefs. It shouldn't even be close.
It shouldn't even be close. Do you think Saquon can get 200 in the Super Bowl?
No, he's not getting 200. No, I think 80 rushing yards and about 40 to 50 all-purpose catching yards. I think he gets, a complete game of 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, maybe 3, depending on, how they start fairly quickly. Saquon usually scores in the first quarter. You'll know his pace. If he scores a touchdown in the first quarter, you can probably predict he's going to score another one. And maybe 2. So you'll see the pace of the game and how the game kind of moves. I'm going to be down in New Orleans next week. We were invited to do our show. So we're going to go down and we're going to have a little fun with some of the great guests that we're going to interview. And I preach to everybody to check out what we're going to be doing. This is not like every radio show. Okay, we're not boring, and I'm not taking shots at Brian because I love Brian. Brian's show is fantastic. I love him on our show, the Worldwide Sports Radio. Brian's fantastic, great personality, it's great for everything that he knows in his knowledge in sports. But I'm going to tell you this: there is no show out there like us. We are crazy, we're knowledgeable, and we're not going to give a friggin' you-know-what. We're going to go out there, we're going to drop the hammer on everybody that we interview, and we're going to let the truth splatter. And what I mean by splatter, if there's bloodshed, you might see a little bit on me. That's all I'm going to say. So I go out there, I'm going on all purpose. I'm not going to sit there and kiss anybody's rear end. I'm going to go out there and give them the truth. And that's what I do. You don't like it? Tough luck.
That's what we do here. That's what we do in the morning. That's why we are so proud to anchor your network and the couple of others that asked us and this show to anchor your network. There is no way you are 42 years old looking that good.
42, man. Well, thank you, man. I'm 42. I actually work for Northwell during the day. You gotta get it. You gotta get the benefits. You gotta have the benefits, man.
That's what my wife does while I'm healing from cancer. I don't believe that you're 42. People don't believe I'm 52 with everything that's happened to me.
I'll tell you guys a funny story. I'm a DJ, so I DJ all over the tri-state, and I've been all over the world as a DJ. And the other day I was at an event, and I'm wrapping up the event, and one of the girls come up to me and they say, "Oh, man, you spin some great music. I haven't heard that music in a long time." I said, "How old are you?" "I'm 24. I said, "You haven't heard the music in a long time. How long ago were you listening to it?" And then she says, "Well, how old are you? You don't look like you're that much older than me. What are you, like 28, 29? I'm like, "Sweetheart, I'm old enough to be your dad." That's what I told her. And she never could believe it. She couldn't believe it. I pulled out my driver's license, and that's when she knew. She's like, You know what it is, man? You got to take care of yourself. You got to don't drink, don't smoke. Go out there, and I'm not saying don't drink, on occasions, have fun with your friends and something like that. I'm just not a drinker. Just go out and have a good time. And by the way, I see your partner over here. This is the first time I'm meeting your partner. What's your partner's name?
This is Shane Creighton, a.k.a. Droid. We call him Droid here on the show.
Droid? Oh, all right.
Yep. Droid.
Is he
Go ahead, Droid.
Well, I forgot it was me, but yeah, we actually did meet way.
Oh, okay.
It was like one of the first things. I remember you were talking about Panthers Rangers.
That's right.
And
That's right.
I want people to know this. I am aware that the NFL is a business, and yes, there's rigging because it's a business. They want to make the most money that they can, and that's how they're doing it. They're making the most money by having the 2 biggest teams and the biggest franchises in the Super Bowl. That's how this works. You take 2 big names and you put them in, you make the most money because the Super Bowl is going to sell out because of the names. But I am tired as a fan of getting ridiculed for being a Chiefs fan just because the NFL is choosing to be a business instead of an actual sports league.
Right.
I'm not. By the way, I didn't know that you were a Chiefs fan. And if you're a Chiefs fan, good for you. I mean, a lot of our handicap players, they're Chiefs fans. One of them has Chief tickets. I was actually invited if I could fly over there to go to the Bills and Chiefs game. He had seats right on the ground to watch the game. I chose not to because I'm going to New Orleans the week after. So I'm not going to make 2 trips. It's too much for me. Too much traveling for me. So I didn't go to Kansas City, but I will experience going to a Kansas City game one of these days. But hey, listen, I I don't take shots at, as far as I'm concerned, of the Chiefs' accomplishments. I just think the NFL loves this. Patrick Mahomes is the Tom Brady of this era. They want Patrick Mahomes to have a three-peat. They want this because it's never happened before, and it's going to draw eyes. That's what it's going to do. That's the only reason why the NFL wants it.
And the teams that attempted a three-peat before, Troy Aikman and the Cowboys in the 90s, Joe Montana, 49ers in the 80s, it didn't draw as many eyes as this will, because I think in the Aikman, in the Cowboys era in the 90s and the 49ers in the 80s, I think it was expected that somebody only wins one. They don't get a chance to win two, and they certainly don't get a chance to win three. You know how rare that opportunity is. But Patrick Mahomes has a chance to win. Has a chance to win three in a row. The growth has been so different, and the audience, like you have talked about on your show so many times over, and I appreciate you talking about this. And let's mention the folks. We got Lennon Barnes from the University of Missouri talking Bowl Madness up next. We'll do that after the break. But it's something you said about the audience changing right before our eyes, and now we got this. We got more eyes with the Tom Brady era, but not as many as we have with Patrick Mahomes. And like Droid said, I'm aware that it's a business, but as fans, we get put on the back burner, man. And it's happening more now than it has in the past with the era of the Niners and the Cowboys and those teams that actually had full teams, not good teams, but full teams. And Droid, you know what I'm talking about when I say full teams, when you had all the spots covered on your team. And to repeat something that Droid said just a moment ago, as fans, the joy is being taken away from us. What do you think, E? Well, he's on the phone. The joy is being taken away from us.
My bad, bro. Right. What was the question? I'm sorry. What was the question?
Is something you had said on your show so many times before.
Did I lose you? I think I lost you.
Oh, did you? We got you. We're right.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. What was your question?
We're right here. The games in the pro leagues, period, especially the NFL, has been taken away from the fans. That's something that you have said, Errol, on your show, which is why I appreciate listening to your show while I'm.
I heard all that. What's your question? I heard all that. What was your question?
Do you think it's being taken away from the fans? Or how?
100%. I 100% believe it's taken away from the fans. 100%. I think the league. I think what the league is doing right now is they're trying to grow a product and bring in more cash and more flow. That's why this 18-game thought of bringing in an 18-game season is something that a lot of these veteran quarterbacks aren't getting paid the guaranteed money. And now players are complaining that if you're going to bring an 18-game, all the money should be guaranteed. 100%. My deal here is, if you're going to bring in an 18th game, every single field should be grass. Everything should be translated into grass. This turf situation has really affected injuries, Achilles, head injuries. The turf is like cement. I don't know if anybody's ever played on turf or actually run on turf. If you ever tried to jump for a ball and land on your body, it's like hitting cement. It is unsafe. And uncharacteristic for a player to actually go up there in a ball, especially on a cold day, and it's icy and it's disgusting out. What do you think you're landing on? If you're landing on grass, at least you have some kind of, feed. You don't have any of that when you're running on turf. I think the NFL is not taking care of their players. We've said this on our show. We've interviewed a lot of ex-NFL players, and I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. We've interviewed a lot of NFL players in the game today, and they've all told us they prefer the grass. Why? Because it's safer. And when you're stopping on a dime, the grass goes with the feed. If you're stopping on a dime on turf, it doesn't move with your legs. That's when you're pulling something. That's when you're ripping something or you're tearing something. So it's a different kind of play. If they want an 18th game and they want to do that because they want to draw more money and open up opportunity and more cash flow, they got to protect the players. They got to do the right thing for the players.
Oh man, I love you. I love you very much. Arrow Marks here on Snowman in the Morning with us. And Arrow, we got to talk because some of the guests you have, I would love to have on my show as well and really build this thing. You're headed to New Orleans. I hope you have a great time. I will be tuning in. And I will say this to you, brother. I will say this to you, brother. First and foremost, my wife said it to me this morning to motivate me, and I want to say it to you. I will see you next year in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium on Radio Row when we conquer this together. It's been
absolutely.
It's been a plan of yours and mine for 7 years to share Radio Row. You know the health problems I've been through in the last 3.5
100%.
years. And here I am. I'm still kicking. And we finally are getting this together. I will see you next year on Radio Row in Santa Clara when we both interview great guests and I extend my show. And this is your spot, man. I love having you on.
Thank you.
I love you very much. I love you dearly, man. You kick
ass. I love you too,
New
man.
Orleans. If
I will.
If you need me to go on during Super Bowl week, I'm ready.
You're more than welcome. How's that? You're more than welcome to. We would love to have you on. We would love to have you on. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. I love you, brother.
And what's great, and same here, I just want to let you guys, what's great about where I'm going to be stationed, we're not even going to be stationed in Radio Row. We're going to be in the media area, the media room, where there's nobody screaming, no fans are crapping. We're going to be able to get fresh, clear interviews. And that's what, I was looking at it. I was thinking, we should be in Radio Row. But why do I want to be in Radio Row when people are going crazy, screaming, when I could concentrate on all the guests that we're interviewing? And that's what I want to do. I want to give the guest the opportunity to have the forefront. So, we might be on Radio Row one of the days or maybe two, but we'll be in Radio Row, obviously getting the guests and, pampering, all the people that we're going to interview. But all in all, the fact that we're going to be interviewing in the media room is so great. And we'd like to thank the NFL for letting us do that. So we're excited.
Well, the building of Snowman in the Morning, even though we're in our 11th season, has started. I've had Super Bowl champions on my show in the past. Errol, as you know, I've had Lee Woodall on the show. I've had Gary Reasons from the Giants. I want to get more guests. I want to get more guests like that. And I know you've pledged to help me.
100%.
But you've also said that I need to get well because after my cancer surgery, I've been in the hospital like 4 or 5 different times. But I'm ready. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Let's get some good folks on here. I'll extend 100%. The show another hour to get some great professional guests on the show. And I appreciate you very much for being patient with me and being patient with my shows. I finally got it together from moving from North Carolina back to Indiana, then my cancer surgery. And you were one of the first to wonder what was going on when I was off the show for 2 months. And then you found out I had surgery to remove pancreatic cancer. But man, 7-year friendship, about to be an 8-year friendship this summer. Man, I love you so much. And thank you for being patient with me, and thank you for allowing Snowman in the Morning to anchor your network. I truly appreciate it.
Well, we love you guys. Keep up the good work. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you much. Thank you much. All right, let's take our halftime break. And when we come back, Droid takes the microphone and has Lennon Barnes on the program. Y'all remember him. He got a chance to hold a trophy. We'll talk about all that. Second hour of Snowman in the Morning with the smiling Droid and Lennon Barnes is next.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extra berth. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meet of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central. Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Ah, my beautiful Dr. K. Gotta love it. Catch the replay of Snowman in the Morning on Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you consume your podcasts. All right, Droid's going to take the floor, but I'm going to introduce who he's going to interview. Please welcome back to the show from the University of Missouri, Lennon Barnes. And he's with us right now. Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing?
Good. Like I said, I'm going to step away for a moment, but Droid's going to take the floor, and the interview with Lennon Barnes shall commence. Go for it.
Lennon, again, an amazing season from the Missouri Tigers. Again, y'all clowning on, I believe it was Texas for not beating Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl was one of the funniest things I've seen in a minute. That was one of the funniest things I've seen.
I think Mizzou's also the only SEC team to beat a Big Ten team postseason. So
that's crazy. And then you had the Music City Bowl, and I found your tweet, some of the shots you took, and of course you have Tyson Ellison thanking you for taking his shot. I believe that was with his family.
Yeah.
We're going to show some of these real quick. So let's go to the first one, which is going to be Tyson Ellison. What did Tyson Ellison approach you for this photo?
So Tyson Ellison's in the J school here with me in the zoo. So I met him in around campus, and he also streams. So I played video games and streamed with him before too. And that was actually his last football game here at Mizzou, because with the whole new walk-on rules, he is no longer on the team. But that was his last game, and his dad works at Mizzou. His younger brother has got an offer from Mizzou, so it was just a cool moment for him. So I became friends with Tyson probably halfway through this season, and I made sure I was there to capture that for him. So
that's great to hear. And I haven't heard this new walk-on rule. What's up with that?
So I don't know the exact specifications, but pretty much walk-ons are gone. Each college got, I think, 12 to 15. It's either 12 or 15, somewhere around that, new spots for scholarships. And then there's gonna be revenue sharing between all players. But the day of the walk-on is dead, pretty much.
That hurts. Because you have multiple walk-ons throughout years who have scholarships like Utah's.
One of my guys I pretty much went to high school with me, went to my rival high school, but I knew him pretty well. He was walking on at Mizzou, and he ended up transferring D2 in Minnesota or North Dakota. So yeah, I can send you some not interviews, but some news articles about the new walk-on rules if you guys want to cover that on the show sometime. So
we could. And then we got these. So
yeah,
I didn't really watch the Music City Bowl. I wasn't able to because I was at work. But break down just this photo right here.
So this right here, I believe it was the second or third quarter. Theo Weiss, his last game. Theo's been a great guy. Transferred him from Oklahoma. His family's always been nice, everything. But that was Theo Weiss. It was a big gain. I want to say it was a 25-yard gain probably. And I was just in the right spot. I didn't have my camera. I saw the ball coming at me, and I picked up my camera off the ground. I was on my phone. I see the ball coming at me, so I pick up my camera and start shooting. And that's one of my favorite photos I got at the game.
And I of course, my hooper.
The Kobe Grinches. I have an up close picture of the shoes too.
And then this photo next, we know that's Cook.
Yeah, using Stevens, the backup tight end, as a human body shield, pretty much. Cook, I believe that was about a 10-yard scramble to get a first down on third down. I believe it was great. Cook. That was Cook's game right there.
And then this
one?
And
then that was wide receiver Marquise Johnson catching the opening kickoff of the game. He didn't make a smart decision after. He caught it and tried to run it out. And you can see how deep he was in the end zone. And about the 7-yard line, he got absolutely hammered.
Can you tell me what's on these shoes here? I'm really curious.
Okay. He put it on his Twitter, I believe. Let me pull it up and see. I believe it's just his branding, I guess. 1 second.
I'm trying to zoom in, but all it's doing is zooming in the like button. So
Yeah, I saw them. He posted them online, and maybe it is Instagram, but like I'm pretty sure it says like Speedy Queeze. Like it's just all his branding, for sure. But I did see he posted a picture of them at one point.
And I believe this is after a touchdown, just based
Yes,
off.
that was right after a touchdown. Josh Manning has been a player that's been on the team all year, but he hasn't got the time he deserved. And with Luther Burden sitting out and Mookie Cooper being hurt, and at that point Marquise Johnson was hurt, like a lot of people were hurt. We had a lot of younger guys who didn't get the ball in, and he got in the game and he scored. I think he will be a big asset next year for Mizzou.
And then we got more from under the post from Mizzou talking about the photos from pregame. You already see one of the photos we saw earlier. This photo. This is cold. I like this photo. Like, is this in warmups?
Which one is it?
It's gonna be this one.
Okay. So no, that was actually the middle of the game. He was on the bike, just kind of taking a breather, and that is Theo Weiss right there. That's one of my favorite photos of the whole game. And like, yeah, that was during warmups, or not warmups. That was during the game. That was probably the second quarter. He was on the bike taking a breather, just kind of breathing. And he put his helmet back on after. And like, I have the whole sequence, but like that photo really stood out to me.
And then, of course, you got this photo, and then this photo.
So that was right after Theo's big touchdown. Him and Marquise Johnson went to celebrate, and they did like the Spider-Man pointing at each other. And that was my angle of that one.
I love that. That's one of my favorite memes of the popular
and then I just sent you the link to my Instagram post that has some more photos in it too, if you want to go through any of those.
Let me grab that then. And
a lot of them are the same ones, but there's just a few unique photos and different photos from the game
and
too.
And then this one right here. I think this is
so
during the game, or this.
That was right before the game. So funny story. So the guy on the right and the guy on the left, they're both walk-ons. The guy on the right's the guy I was telling you about who's going to North Dakota now. And the guy on the left is Nick Bolton's younger brother. And the guy in the middle is Luther Burden. But funny story, Luther was like talking to the fans. I'm like, hey, Luther, can you go get those two for me? He's like, really? They're walk-ons. Why do you want them? I just go get them. Because I'm good friends with both of them. I don't really know Luther that well, but I'm good friends with the other two. And like Luther went and got them, and then that picture happened. So.
Yeah, and then we got this final view before we show the big one. Is this Webb pulling up his britches? Is this really what you decided after?
No, okay. I think I know which one you're talking about. Is it
Hold on.
If you look at the towel.
This up here.
Look at the towel.
Oh.
He stole the Iowa State towel, bro. That's what that picture is. He was tucking the towel into his pants.
That's crazy.
That was after I was touched and I fell on the ground. He was stealing the towel. I thought that was great.
And then
That's Tyson Ellison again. So.
The photo, same photo, that photo,
yeah.
This photo.
That's Nick Bolton's younger brother. His name's Jaden Bolton. He's a wide receiver here at Mizzou. So, holding that beautiful, nasty whiteout spot. I thought Drink was about to get a penalty in this situation because he was saying some not so nice things to the refs.
Oh, why did it close? I hate my computer sometimes. Let's get this back up. Luckily, it stayed on the same frame. So we got this photo, and then the next photo.
Yeah, so that was Iowa kickoff, and that guy got blasted by the Mizzou defender.
I wish you could have got the exact moment he got blasted. That would have been so
I
fun.
think I did, but I feel like part of it was cut off. That's why I didn't. And then I'm good friends with Daniel Blood and his older brother. So like I had to include him in my posts. That was just him waving to some fans pregame. So.
And then this photo?
That's Zion Young. He walks the tunnel and he was like, there was an Iowa fan behind me on the sideline, and that's what he was giving the thumbs down to, is the Iowa fan. And then these are just like, that was just kind of a detail shot I thought was cool. Those are some of the wide receiver practice balls.
Did you get one for yourself?
I did not. Those balls are too expensive, I asked, because I know a guy on the equipment staff. It's about $200 a ball after they're prepped.
And then the headsets, and then this photo of him
signing some stuff pregame.
Okay. And then this looks like a press box view.
No, that's actually the top row of Nissan Stadium.
Mm.
I actually don't know where the press box was. I didn't go. Well, that's the top row of Nissan Stadium. That is Eddie Kelly Jr. just kind of praying and taking it all in before his game. So
There's Manning, and then this.
Quarterback room, all seniors. You got Drew Pine on the left, who filled in. The middle's J.R. Blood, which is he's the older brother of a wide receiver. He transferred just to get play with his brother for a year. It was his last year of eligibility, and then Brady Cook. So the senior quarterback room, one last time. So.
And then we have the final photo. And you're really proud of this photo. I know you are.
That trophy is heavy.
And it's this photo right here.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that trophy.
Your big smile, like everything.
So
and,
I wasn't gonna hold it because obviously, it's, players, families, and stuff. But a few of the players like, get the trophy, get a photo with it while you're here.
So like, the players egged you on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, it was the players. It was some of the players I knew, but like, yeah, absolutely. Like that trophy's heavy. It probably weighs 50 pounds.
That is insane.
And I mean, it's a big. Like you can see how big it is compared to me. It's a big trophy.
It's about your entire torso and your head.
I want to say it's probably 3.5, 4 foot. No, again, it's not that big. It's probably 3 foot though.
It's pretty big though.
And it's probably 50 pounds. It's solid all the way through.
So throughout this season, what was your favorite game to be able to go to?
Oh, definitely probably that one. Just because it was the first time I've ever seen. Well, first time I ever shot Mizzou not in Columbia. I guess I went to the last Border War game in Kansas City. But like that was my first time watching Mizzou not at Furrow Field, really. So I mean that was a fun game. The Vanderbilt overtime game was also a fun time.
You're a freshman, aren't you?
Yeah.
I believe, I don't know how their photography staff works, but I'm pretty sure you might be able to travel next year. I don't know how their travel rules are.
Interns typically don't travel.
You typically don't travel?
Yeah, not with interns. Once I graduate, if I come back to the university, I would. But their interns don't travel for football, I should say. Other sports, yes, not football.
So if you started with basketball, you would be traveling and all that.
Yeah. Or like wrestling is what I'm probably going to work with.
So you're going to probably start working with the wrestling team here soon?
I did some work with I freelanced with the wrestling team this preseason, but once the actual season started, Mizzou's photographers took over.
Ah, okay.
But like I did some work with wrestling this early season for like they're preparing for their national tournaments and stuff and all that, like photo wise. So
all right. But that Vanderbilt game.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that, Vanderbilt would be competitive considering their what people have said about Vanderbilt the last few years?
Starting the season, no, but once they beat Alabama, I knew there was a problem in the SEC. Once they beat Alabama, I'm like, okay, this Vanderbilt team's going to be scary.
So I know you also do work with the Pioneers.
Yeah.
We mentioned that the last time you were on the show when we had the OCE team. Now the team's actually NA. If we make a major, chances are you might be getting this that call from Sam to take some photos.
Not sure yet. I haven't really talked to Sam recently. I've been so focused on school and
I've really been focusing hard on both of us knowing Sam. He's very understanding.
Yeah, I mean, I've been focusing on sports a lot too because that's where the money's at right now. So,
but yeah, for those who don't know, we're talking about Sam Cooley. He was the reason I was able to go to the Gamers Night in at the K. He paid for my ticket, and I got to meet up with him. Very great guy. Same thing with Matt Ness and all the other people that work at KCP. Very great people. You're running out of time. We're running out of time here as well. I appreciate you coming on, Lennon. It's always great to have you here. If any time in the future you'd like to come back on, just shoot me a DM on Twitter. You have my Twitter. You might have my Instagram here in a few once I click that follow button over there. Just hit me a DM if you ever got more stuff you would like to share, and just let me know.
And if you have anything that you see that I do that you want to talk about, just let me know.
All right, Lennon Barnes from the University of Missouri. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you.
After this, we'll come around with some more sports. And you know what day it is, right? It's a Tuesday. Does that mean we get the token female, Mr. Brian Snow? I'm looking at him in the bottom. I'm waiting. Oh, that's on Thursdays now. Anyways, we have more after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony, or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Oh, I'm back. I stepped away to get some lunch, and you did a great job, man. I applaud you. I applaud Lennon. And Lennon, thank you for coming on to the show. And thank you all for being patient with me and everything that's going on here today. All right. Why don't we just do this? Because it's Tuesday. We got a little bit of time left before we have to get the hell out of here. And Allison, get well, honey. We'll see you on Thursday because she was dealing with a bad fever. Yeah, she's been ill for a while. She has been ill. I think Thursday will mark a week since her fever finally broke. Yeah. Since she can't be on today, and you know what? I can't find what the heck I'm looking for. Droid, I let you in here and you move all kinds of buttons.
I only added the save of the week. Shut it.
No. You keep moving buttons around here. What the hell are you doing to me? I can't find what the hell I'm going to do.
I think I know what you're looking for, and I can't find it either. Is it... What is this called? Is it this button?
Dear God, no, it's not that button. That's tomorrow.
Huh? No.
Excuse me.
I will not show up.
Yes, you will. Yes,
but
you will.
But sadly, I hate to admit it, I did a little bit of this.
You were perusing social media? What did you find?
I was perusing social media.
Mm-hmm.
And the person I found attended a specific university that Chris Bass will describe. And I'll allow him to take it away.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, and all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
Okay, and the reason for this is...
Well, let me zoom in on this so you don't see the stupid account, but here it is. This graphic was put on an actual NBA game.
Oh, dear Lord.
Comparing the LeBron James' entire career with the Charlotte Hornets.
The Charlotte Hornets.
And their entire history. This is rude to do. This is rude. This is just beating down on a team that doesn't deserve to be beaten down.
This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation.
What the account said. Dad, how good was LeBron? You're comparing him to the Charlotte Hornets, one of the worst franchises to ever touch the NBA.
You know what,
sir?
You damn you.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
Go for it.
I just found another one.
Go for it.
From the account at Shendy456.
Oh, gosh.
LeBron has played 7 seasons without Wade, Bosh, Kyrie, Love, or Anthony Davis. He won 8 playoff series without them.
No.
Kobe played 5 seasons without Shaq or Powell. He won 0 playoff series without them. MJ played 5 seasons without Scottie. He won 0 playoff series without them. LeBron made the NBA Finals without his best teammates. MJ and Kobe couldn't get past the first round without theirs.
That's bullshit.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
I don't want to say no more about this. I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
That's
8
why we
playoff series? But here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Your playoff series don't matter when you can't win a chip.
Isn't that the idea? We ain't worried about playoff series wins. We're worried about world championship wins. Since you can't, I'll do it for you. Because I know this breaks you as much as it breaks me. But I have no problem saying this. Get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are done.
Hold on a second. We're not done yet. Because I get to say this. Dear Bronzexuals, you. Dear Bronzexual Nation, you. Dear all the networks that decided to shove Braun down our throats and up our asses, you, and you. Now get out of our face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of the Bronzexual Confessions.
That stuff you show just doesn't make any damn sense. None whatsoever.
Whoa. Time out. Flag on the play. What is this?
What is what? What?
I'm giving you that look because you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
What is surrounding us?
What's the problem?
Why you do this to me?
Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Back to
I would
wrapping
say
up.
make me, but you can. You
What?
Can. I was going to say make me, but you can. So.
Bitch, you are my child on the air, okay? And you're what, 20? You're what, 21?
Mm-hmm.
You're 21? You are now my youngest child. Okay?
Sir, I'm going to be honest with you. Without Victor here, And without Shane here, I have ran out of topics.
I haven't. One more to close this up after this.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meat beef of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
You know, I'm going to close the show with something personal. Give me this camera. No, I want Jordan here with me because I want to share this. I absolutely abhor people that say they want to give me an opportunity. They know what I've been through, right? They know what I've been through health-wise. They kind of sort of have a clue of what I'm going through mentally. And yet, when an opportunity arises and I can't take advantage of it because I don't know, I don't have transportation, because I don't know, I'm in a damn hospital, because I don't know, my doctor ordered me to fully get well, and not just the doctors that I see on a monthly basis. I'm talking about the one I married. People can understand family comes first for me. Period. Period. Point blank. End of story. If I can't make an event, I cannot make an event because my family has something else planned. You understand that? One thing you don't fuck with is my family. I'll say it again, and I'll say it loudly for the folks at Old Kauffman Stadium, or for the folks in the 600 seats at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Don't forget we're in Mosaic.
Mm-hmm. One thing you don't fuck with is family. And the thing you really don't fuck with is my family. You understand that? So if I miss an opportunity because I had to stay here and take care of bills, take care of the responsibilities that I have, so be it. I'll miss the opportunity. If you really wanted to help, why don't you throw a little change in the tip jar so I can get around? Why don't you throw a little change in the super chat so we can build this show and get a bigger audience, which is what we're working on right now. And I apologize to the folks on the television networks where I am right now. I apologize for that. You know, I'm just sick and tired of people trying to determine where and what I should do and where I need to go and what I need to do and how I have to do it. And this and that and this and that. And frankly, I'm a little bit sick of it. I'm a little bit sick of it. And since the opportunity that was presented to me, I can't take advantage of because I don't have the right tools yet, which I'm working on. Fuck you and the opportunity. If you're not going to pay me and my family to get around, if you're not going to pay my wife for gas money to get to where we need to go, if you're not going to pay me for making a goddamn appearance, then fuck a whole lot of you. Period. We're out of here. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope you all are too. And thank you to Arrow Marks, to Lennon Barnes, and thank you, Droid, for riding shotgun today. We're out of here. See you tomorrow. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. Be good to your society. We're out.